We were talking about tax strategies in retirement, and pre-retirees really need to listen up because you could get hijacked here on the side of the road if you're not paying attention to your taxes in retirement. So let's minimize our future taxes. What's the number one thing, Roth?
Well, there's a lot of things you can do, and it depends if you. It depends. Like
it depends,
right? If you're a independent contractor, for example, versus a W-2 employee, you can minimize taxes by taking deductions that are legal to do as an independent business owner. Like maybe let's just say you're an independent contractor. What does that mean? That means that you're getting maybe a 1099, right?
Okay.
So you get a 1099 and you haven't paid any taxes, so you normally are set up on what's called quarterly estimates.
Right.
Did you ever hear that?
Yeah, quarterly taxes.
Yeah. So is it better to do that, or is it better to maybe have all your money go to an S-Corp and pay payroll tax so you get more Social Security and have it come out of an S-Corp because there's some tax benefits of that. So, this whole show has been minimizing taxes. But, these Roth IRAs are a fabulous way to do it. Now, I've mentioned a lot of times about these Roth conversions, and sometimes they make sense. But you got to remember two things, and I say this every single week. You have to remember that you have 5 years from the date that you start it to convert the entire IRA into a Roth. So, and you have to pay attention to the tax brackets. So, for example, there is a big difference in the tax brackets when you go from a certain income to another income. For example, I don't have the tax brackets in front of me because I'm not in front of my computer. You could probably look them up for me, Jackie, while we're doing this. But let's just say that you're, in the 22% tax bracket. The next tax bracket's 24. But I think the first tax bracket's like 12%. It goes from 12 to 24. That's a bigger jump. So the thing is when you do Roth conversions, what you're doing is you're taking an account and you're saying, okay, I'm going to convert this to something that's tax-free, and I'm going to pay the taxes out of today, because income taxes historically are relatively low right now. If you look at historical income taxes, I have a chart that will show you this. There was a time that the taxes were 90%. Did you know that? And it was when Arnold Palmer was playing golf. Tax brackets were 90%. He used to complain about his winnings. And it's true. True story. Truth about money. Okay? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 10%, 12%, 22, 24.
10, 12, 22. 12 to 22 is a lot bigger than 22 to 24. So when you're pulling the money and converting it into a Roth, if it's going to take you to a higher tax bracket, you got to be careful, and you want to stay underneath that. You're going to pay. Okay, whether it's today or tomorrow.
Premier Southwest Planning Group, LLC is a registered investment advisor. The content of this advertisement is intended for informational purposes only and is not intended to be investment advice. The views expressed in this program are subject to change based on market and other conditions.